Hello, hello, hello. It is Elizabeth here on Tasty Yes Tuesday. How are you today? Today, we are going to be talking about the missing ingredient in your marketing that makes a huge difference when it comes to attracting your MVP, your most valuable paying customer. So sit tight. I'm going to do a quick tech check here. Make sure that I am working and I am on like I should be. I hope that you are having a fabulous week. It is gorgeous where I am at right now. Tell me where you are tuning in from. I got to tell you, sometimes summer is the hardest time to stay focused. In front of me is literally this huge window where I get to see the sunshine. So it's just really tough to be working when it's this gorgeous outside. Let's make sure that I'm here. Yes. Today, awesome. Sunshine. Okay. So tell me where you're tuning in from. Tell me if you are catching this on the live or on the replay. Oh, we got Virginia in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So I'm really excited to talk about the missing ingredient in marketing, especially if you are looking to grow your business and scale your business online. This is even more critical. Right here in the US, we are just starting to open up our businesses. So many places are finally starting to open up yet. And as exciting as that is, and as needed as it is, I'm sure you're feeling me on this, for us to just be able to go out again vaccinated with no mask. I'm still a little wary of what the world is like around the world, what the economy is like around the world. Here in the US, we are blessed with many, many things. And even though the vaccine is widely available here in the US, so many other countries around the world are still struggling with getting access. And so that will impact us from an economy perspective. With that being said, what does that really mean to your small business? What does that mean to your small business? Well, today I want to talk to you about the missing ingredient. Whether you are a direct to consumer, where you market directly to consumers, or you are B2B, meaning that you actually do consulting or you sell to other small to medium-sized businesses with either done-for-you services like an agency, or maybe you're in consulting, or you're a service provider. Perhaps you are a therapist, right? Turned taking her private practice to now going to direct to consumer. Maybe you're a financial advisor who wants to create a business beyond just selling other big companies' products, right? You want to do financial education or literacy, right? Or maybe you're a realtor or a hair salon owner who is beyond being the expert, and you're actually at a point in your business right now where you want to take your whole entire experience, not just being an expert, but an expert running a business, and you want to show other experts in your industry how to be successful, how to run profitable businesses, right? That I'm talking to you. So let me see here. Let me just make sure that I got everything that I need here. I got a couple of my notes here that are hiding. Here it is. I am talking to you. Now, here in the digital world, if you're looking to really grow your business in the digital space, you know that I have been talking to you about how you've got to think about online as beyond just social media, right? Online as just beyond digital marketing, but really thinking about how do I build a business that is really based on a model that allows me to be able to do business locally, but also scale and diversify my offering and my income and revenue to be able to offer programs, services to anybody from anywhere around the world. So your business has to not only adapt to your local community, your network, and your service, but also start thinking about what does that start to look like online, right? A nail tech is one of my clients, and she provides in-person services right? She does ladies' nails in person. But when COVID hit, she started to think about, how do I create and diversify my online business, my model, to include an online income stream that is beyond just selling products like nail polish, right? I want you to think about what that would do to your business. There is no reason that you need to continue to stay local, right? It requires you to shift the way that you've been doing business. It requires you to shift the way that you have been doing marketing. Okay. Now, many times I've met and talked to so many different coaches, consultants, service providers that often turns to marketing and social media as lead generation, right? I want to be able just to post on social media, tell them what I'm offering, and then be able to get someone to click on it and buy, right? So they're using social media and digital marketing as like a promotions, right? Like, this week we have on sale X, Y, and Z. Buy one, get one free. Buy this, right? But what I'm telling you, that the biggest differentiator right now for your business is going to be thinking about social media, thinking about digital marketing as conversations with your ideal customer. I call this conversations to conversions. What do I mean by that? You got to start looking at your social media as not just tools to engage with a couple of likes or comments. Everyone, 100% of all people that are your ideal customers, are online now. COVID has accelerated that and made sure that grandma and grandpa know how to use Zoom too, right? So you got to first shift your mindset. And you got to just think, it's not that my customers are not online. My customers are not online. They don't like Facebook. They don't like being on LinkedIn. No, they are online. They are online because they are now online, and because so many other business owners are trying to get online. There's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of noise, right? So now I want you to realize that, how are you going to stand out? How are you going to find your ideal customers? Well, last week I talked to you about how important it is that for you to find your ideal customers, you've got to what? You've got to notice them first. And so today, if you're all about repeat business, building relationships with your customers, having them come back to you, having them come back and buy from you, I'm talking to you. The human connection continues to be the number one biggest differentiator for your marketing. And this is what is the missing ingredient in your business. Are you ready for it? If you're ready for it, type ready. Type ready, right? I've got some hello here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Not only do you need to think about your marketing as conversations that convert, right? Making sure that you're constantly thinking about, where do I want to take the conversation next? Okay. This is so key. And I'm going to bring you back to just a really simple way of thinking about your marketing. You know, a lot of marketers want to make it complicated, right? Whether you're doing email, maybe you have someone that's running your social media management team, right? I see a lot of small business owners that are starting to hire and farm out these marketing and messaging and lead generation activities to different partners, different agencies, different VAs to outsource them. I totally get the need for you to do that. But oftentimes the missing ingredient right now in your marketing is the integration of what I call all of those micro yeses. Who is the one that is looking out to make sure that all your marketing, all your messaging, and all your marketing and messaging and social media are coming together to really create those conversations that convert? I want you to think about that for a second. Have you ever stepped into a rental car, where all of a sudden you turn on the engine and the radio is on. And within just seconds, right? Just seconds with the radio on, you know if that radio station is for you or not for you. I mean, it's literally seconds, right? When you're talking to your ideal customer, and hopefully you're talking to your ideal customer being your most valuable paying customer, you got to tune into his or her frequency. I often teach my students and clients that this is the YFM frequency. What's in it for me? And when you think about all the activities that you're doing in your social media, all the activities that you're doing in your emails, your marketing, your content, right? The digital age has made us even more spread than with the content we've got to create, all the different platforms that we could be on, right? It's overwhelming sometimes when it comes to content and your marketing. But there's got to be somebody in your business, and likely it's you because you're the owner, that is looking at the integration of how are all these pieces coming together to really create a conversation that converts, a conversation that are like breadcrumbs that moves your audience from point A to point B to point C to get them to eventually shift from a micro yeses, right, to a macro yes. Who is doing that in your business? This is the integration of all of those micro yeses coming together. You've got to make sure that those conversations and that attention to those details are happening in your business. Does that make sense? The integration of those conversations to ensure that they are converting for you is so key. I was just talking to a client of mine. She said, Elizabeth, I have a fairly successful business right now. I am doing very well, but I can tell you that I am absolutely frustrated with my marketing. I have a couple of VAs that are helping me with the marketing and the content. I got one that's posting and doing social media, but I just don't know what's broken. I just don't know what's not working. And I said to her, well, hold up. I'm a little confused for two reasons. One, you just told me that you have a successful business and that you're good with where you're at. And now, two, you just told me that you're completely overwhelmed. You're talking to me like there's something that just isn't right in your business. What exactly is the problem in your business? And let me just forewarn you that I am not a digital marketer, right? I am a strategist that really focuses on growing your business through marketing and sales and profit and products, but really through how customers behave, make decisions to buy. That's really key here, folks. That is my zone of genius, right? Is how do I position my business to get and scale as many yeses as I want to grow my business with happy sales, right? That is really the key. And so marketing is just a component of it, right? I often focus on what is your business model. It's got to be marketing, sales, operations, and people. Those are the four big pieces you need in your business. So it's almost like holistic, I guess, marketing. And so she said to me, she said, I don't know. I just don't know what's broken. But what I want is confidence that it's working, confidence that if I open up my books because I need more appointments, I can turn on that lever and have leads come flooding in. I want you to think about that for just a second. The missing ingredient in her business and sales is not bad marketing. She's already been doing marketing, just like many small business owners out there like you that are doing marketing, whether it's email, whether it's posting consistently on social media, whether it's doing live streams, whether it's nurturing your groups. But when was the last time that you went back through all of those activities and you actually asked yourself, what are the actual conversations I'm having at each touch point? And what is the call to action that I am trying to move the needle on? If I'm sending out an email, Where am I directing my audience who are reading my emails to go next? Are they going to that next spot, right? If you're sending out emails asking them to join your program or your free community, are people joining? And once they join your community, are you having specific targeted conversations that allows them to know what's next for them? Each step of all your marketing efforts has got to move the needle on the conversations in order to get to the conversions. And this is the missing ingredient in your marketing. This is why you can hire as many marketing strategists, digital marketers, and they can put together a really fancy, smancy business marketing plan for you. And you'll still come back and tell me there's something not working. You can hire the VAs to create and post the social media for you so that you can get more time back. But you're still going to come up to me and tell me, Elizabeth, my social media is not generating enough leads and therefore enough sales. And I'm going to say, well, what are the conversations that you're having with that social media strategy of yours? And many times, because that's outsourced, many times it's because they're just putting things together, right? The answer is, I don't know. What are the conversations you're having in your marketing at every single touch point? Conversations to conversion is the one clear path you need to be clear on. Why is that so critical? Right? Going back to the YFM frequency that I was just talking about. When you step into that car, that rental car, and turn on that radio, immediately in seconds, you know if someone is for you or not for you on the radio, right? Your customers are the same. Your social media, your marketing efforts are like the radio frequency that as soon as someone sees that post, as soon as someone reads that subject header in your email, notice that it's not even the fact that they opened up your email. It's literally one sentence in the subject header in your inbox. It's literally 1 second scrolling through their news feed and pausing to look at the image or read your post on social media. Seconds, folks. Seconds. Just like when you jump into the rental car, you turn on the radio, and in seconds, you know that station isn't for you. Guess what? Your ideal customers, your audience know in seconds whether or not you are having the right conversation that they want to engage in that moment. In that moment. And if that is the case, seconds, and you're in the car rental changing changing the station already, what do you think your ideal customers are doing on social media with your marketing? They're changing the station. And I keep going back to the missing ingredient in your marketing, my friend, and that is the integration of all your marketing efforts that lead to conversations that convert. It's one clear path. It's one clear MVP customer. It's one clear pain point that you're solving for with one clear offer that can solve that pain point and one clear conversation to conversion path, which is all your marketing and content that leads to a sale. It's that simple. It's that focused. It's that tight and integrated in seconds. As I was sharing with you, I was talking to that small business owner who told me that she had a really successful business, right? And I said, well, I'm not a digital marketer, right? I know marketing. I know the foundations of marketing. I do more strategic marketing, but it's really looking at the integration of what your sales goals are and looking at your business model and then lining up, do you have the right marketing strategy, the right sales, the right offers, and the right people in place. Those are the 4 areas of any growing business that's looking to scale, right? And she said to me, I just don't know what I'm looking for, but you sound like you know what you're talking about, right? And here's what I did for her. We did a business value audit of everything that she has going on in all of her business activities with just one clear focus. What are the conversations that you're having that lead to an amazing experience that converts to sales? That's it. That's the only thing that I look at, right? If it's your operations, I can tell where it's falling through the cracks. If it's the people, I can tell that it's the people. If it's your marketing, your social media, your content, I can see the gap in that. And if it's your sales, because you got too many ways for people to buy too many things, I can tell you that, right? The missing ingredient in your marketing, my friend, is all about conversations that convert in a very clear, concise way. It's got to be all integrated. It's got to be integrated from your social media to your messaging, and everything in there has got to communicate and hit the YFM for your audience, right? Their radio frequency, which is YFM, WIIFM, what's in it for me? 6 seconds. What's in it for me? 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 That is the YFM that every single customer, you and I included, are on. That is our radio frequency. And when it comes to marketing online, that is the missing ingredient. You don't need another strategy. You might need to be more consistent with how you're showing up, right? But what you got to be doing is taking a step back and asking yourself, what conversations am I having with every single thing that I am doing in my marketing? My social media on Facebook, my personal posts, my LinkedIn, my emails, whatever marketing strategies and tactics you have in play right now, you've got to be asking the question, what conversations am I having and where am I asking to go next? Hint, hint, it's not always buy this, okay? It's not always buy this, right? And this is why it's so critical, folks, in your business to be focused on solving one pain point for one MVP with one main core high ticket offer. Because I keep telling you, my students, my clients, right? You want it to be a high ticket. Because even if it's low ticket, it's still the same amount of effort to promote it, to market it, to sell it, to create it. It's still the same effort. Just because it costs less doesn't mean you put in less effort. It's still the same effort. So why not go out with the big bang, right? So that is what I'm talking about. I love what Becky says here, right? She says, wow, love the comparison, makes sense. 1000%. I'm so glad that resonated with you. See, that's often the missing ingredient that I see a lot of business owners, they don't make, which is they're not speaking to their ideal customers, YFM. They're not thinking about their marketing and social media as conversations that convert. Okay? Conversations that convert. So I want to just take a moment here to also just share with you some exciting news. I just launched it yesterday, and I'm making the big announcement that I am going to be holding my next Scale Yeses Bootcamp. It's happening in July, but I want to share with you a really exciting opportunity. If you're wondering how you can earn up to $1,000 in cash for simply being part of my network and my community, and most importantly, saying yes to you, I want to share this opportunity with you. Now, at any point in time, if you want the notes for today's training, type notes into the comments and my team will get this out to you. If you want to learn more about my referral program, about how you can earn up to $1,000, type referral into the comments and my team will get this out to you. But basically, this is what I'm looking to do. Folks, I am so just grateful right now to be able to pay it forward this way. I've been wondering how I can continue to give back and really create win-win opportunities for those in my network, because you know that for me, I'm a big believer in leading in the human connection to build relationships when it comes to selling, right? You've got to be focused on building relationships, not just to attract your ideal customers, but also to add value to your network, right? Your community. And I'm all about being compassionately ambitious and giving back. And this is such a privilege, folks, for me to be able to start doing this for my upcoming boot camp in July. And so there's only a limited number of spots, and I am moving pretty quickly, but I want to share with you some quick ways that you can earn up to $1,000 in cash. And I'm going to pull this post up so that you can see this too. Let me just see oh, right here. Okay, right. So here's how you can earn up to $1,000 in cash. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments, right? So I am looking for what I call success champions to join me at the bootcamp. You're going to be part of an exclusive inner circle of a team that are going to be my leads in helping me make the bootcamp a success. Not just me, but the people that show up. One of the biggest reasons why I decided to do this time is that I started to realize that in my boot camps, people were not showing up and being accountable to themselves. And what happens when we're not accountable to ourselves, folks? Results do not happen. And results don't happen because you're not taking action. You're not getting the momentum and the sales that you want in your business. And so I really thought about two things. One, how can I bring value to my community, right? To have people to get an opportunity to earn extra cash, but also for those that are willing and want to get an opportunity to work alongside me and get free coaching and free mentoring. In many ways, it's almost like me paying you to be mentored and coached, right? But here's what you got to do. You got to let me know that, one, you're interested. So if you're interested, type interested into the comments. But for every person that you refer who signs up for my bootcamp, your name goes into a drawing, okay? And the more people you invite that register, the more chances you get to win $500 in cash. That's like the first thing. Simple. All you got to do is share and ask people to be a part of the bootcamp. And it's called the Scale Yeses Bootcamp that's coming up in July, right? And then the second way that you can register, that you can actually win, is a $300 bonus cash if any of those people that you shared with your community and network, right? They join me inside of the Customer Yes Lab. If they come to the bootcamp and they decide to join me inside of the Customer Yes Lab, I will also give you a bonus, an extra $300. That's already up to possibly $800 right there. Right. And even if you don't win the $500, you still get a chance to win $300 in cash. Okay. And then lastly, if you decide to come on board as a success champion, right, you're going to get a sneak peek inside how I run my boot camp. And as part of that, right, you will get $200 and get to work alongside me while I coach and I mentor you. And as a success champion, you're the captain of your registered team. Yes, you do have to go out and find a couple of different people to register and be a part of this, okay? And your role is simply this: to cheer them on, to help them be accountable and navigate the bootcamp so that they can get the resources that my team and I are giving to them. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do a team score board for those of you with different teams to see who can score the most points. All right. So that is how you earn up to $1,000 in cash and an opportunity to work alongside with me and get a sneak peek into how I run my bootcamp. If that sounds like a great opportunity for you, that you're like, look, I am ready to be visible. I am ready to step up my game. I am ready to be discoverable and memorable. But I know that I'm not completely full ready to be like running my own multi-day challenges. I'm not completely ready to like be all out there every single day the way Elizabeth is, right? This is a great opportunity to get just a taste and a flavor of that. And this is so key, folks. If you are all about having a business that's online to give you flexibility, but you're also really key on selling through the human connection, right? Like those are the two biggest differences, right? Is if you're not interested in online business, you're going to look at this, you're going to be like, oh, social media, why do I need to do that, right? But if you're like, no, I want to have a business that allows me to get sales locally in person, but also offer flexibility without tech headache, right? Online, that's the first requirement. And two, you don't want to deal with all the tech. You don't want fancy social media ads. And you love, like I do, live human connection. This is the route to go. This is the route to go. Okay? So if you are watching this and you would love some more information, type interested into the comments. Join me as one of my success champions. Get a chance to earn up to $1,000 in cash. I'm more than happy to share some of the details with you. You will literally get everything that you will need to promote the bootcamp, including copy for emails, social media, graphics. I give my team and I give you all of that, including talking points. And all you've got to do is simply share the Scale Yes Bootcamp. Why am I doing that? Because I am on a mission. I have been on a mission since earlier this year to get more diverse entrepreneurs launched, heard, seen, and paid online. Representation matters. It's not just about the color of your skin, but it's also about where you're at in your life. I often get engaged in conversations where people say to me, Elizabeth, I'm just too old to be doing that. You know, I've been in my line of work for so long. Who is going to actually want to hire me? Right? Or I'm just not an extrovert like you, Elizabeth. I'm not that great with live streams. I like building my business locally. Right? I've heard it all. I can't do that right now because I got little kids. And I'm just going to tell you right there, right now, that is a false belief. I had a student of mine come to one of my boot camps with probably 3 kids under the age of 6, 2 a.m. in the morning, and she was still working through her coursework to be able to get to the other side because she wanted her business to succeed that much. As they say, if there's a will, there's a way. And that is what I am committed to. I am committed to serving 1,000 diverse entrepreneurs who are compassionately ambitious to get heard, seen online. Why online? Because representation matters. Representation matters. And if you are not discoverable, where they go online and do a Google search, you will not be heard, you will not be seen, and for sure you will not be paid. If you are not visible, you're just not even discoverable, right? And if you're not visible, you're not discoverable, and finally you're not memorable in your business, even though people might interact with you and think you're nice, they won't even remember who you are, what you do, and what you can do for them, that they won't even come back. And I've been in this business for way too long, having conversations with people, right, who just believe, who's going to buy from me? Who is going to buy from me? I had an African-American Black woman coach said to me, Elizabeth, do you think a white woman would ever buy from me? I said, absolutely. Oprah's Black. She sells all the time. Billions, right? Or a Chinese woman who launched her e-commerce bridal business for 2 years and never put her face or her name next to her business brand because she was so afraid people would associate her brand with poor quality made in China. Or the stay-at-home father with young kids who wanted to start a new business, switch from IT consulting to completely starting a sports fitness business, who did not believe that he could do it because he's got 2 little kids at home at the time. His whole career was IT consulting. And here he was wanting to start his business to launch it into an emerging sports, right, industry, sports equipment, and wondering if he could really do it. That's what I stand for. That's what I invite you to be a part of, right? Is who in your life needs the courage to really start to step up their game in their business, especially online. Especially online. Online gives us flexibility, folks. Online gives us the power of automation and scale at its finest. At its finest. And I'm telling you right now that it is all possible. It is all possible. But it takes courage, it takes commitment, and it takes consistency, right? So I invite you that if you are ready just to get a taste or even get a sneak peek into, what this world is like, or even if you've been to my past boot camps or my past doing sprints or any of my events, that I invite you to just have a conversation with me and learn more about what it takes to be a success champion. Because what we are building here, folks, we are championing for people to chase their dreams, make it happen, not one day, but now. Stay-at-home moms, right, that are hustling on the side, waiting for their kids to grow up, I'm talking to you, right? The small business owner where English is a second language and you wonder if you can really pull this off online because you're wondering if, your English might be an issue, I'm talking to you, right? The man and woman who has been an expert in that space for a long time and you're wondering if this online space is for you because you feel like maybe you're too old and you don't look that great on camera, I'm talking to you. The therapist or clinician that is so tired of working with insurance companies and health insurers and payers and is ready to take all of that hard-earned work for your private practice and be able to help others heal and change their life and their trauma and their health and go directly to consumers, I'm talking to you. The experts that know all the different financial risks and life insurance products and everything that has to do with all the numbers, right? And you want to just help people to start working smarter with their money and overcoming debt and credit card, but you just don't know how, I'm talking to you. Folks, as clutter as the online business space is, it is clutter everywhere. And where there's competition is where you want to be, my friend, because that is where demand is, okay? Where there is competition is where you want to be because that is where customer demand is. If there is no demand because you're the only unique person doing that, odds are you're going to have a really challenging time finding customers to say yes to buying from you. I'm just going to keep it really real, right? So don't ask yourself what the competition is doing. Don't ask yourself if someone will buy this from you. Instead, ask yourself where you need to step up in your courage. Ask yourself what you need to be doing now instead of later, right? If you'd like to have some support with what I've been talking about with the conversations to conversion path and take a look at an audit and take a peek inside your business, you can always reach out to me and book a complimentary call as part of this community at talkwithelizabeth.com, right? Because I am here to help. I am here to help and serve. As much as I love, love, love business, what matters more to me is, are you showing up every day in your business, leading with the human connection and transforming lives and making the impact that you know that you were called for? Is your business giving you the flexibility and the options that you want in your business? Is your marketing and sales positioning you as the number one go-to expert, the leader that I know that you are, because your most valuable paying customer pays premium pricing for leaders that know the way, are the way, and can show the way? That's what I'm committed to. That's what I'm committed to, right? Is scaling those yeses, getting into your customer's mindset, getting into your business, and asking this very simple question. What conversations are you having with your customers to get them to say yes to you? It's that simple. It's that simple, right? So with that, same place, same time next week. If you're interested in learning more about how to become a success champion for my upcoming bootcamp, type interest in the comments and earn up to $1,000. There's no catch. There's no catch. I'm paying this forward. I'm literally paying this forward. And we're going to change it up a bit during our bootcamp, our upcoming bootcamp, which I'm really super duper excited about. Okay. But as always, if you want notes for today's training, type notes and my team will get that out there. And until next week, same place, same time, rise and shine. Take care now.